Hello guys, it's a boy eFootball Goat. Welcome back to another manager review video. So guys, today we are going to be reviewing the Bayern Munich manager new formation. Previously, I did a review on him, but that was a different formation. But today we are going to be reviewing his new formation of 3-2-2-3. So guys, if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment and share, and stay safe out there. So the defensive and offensive formation is same 3-2-2-3, and his attacking style is possession game, build up a short pass, attacking areas is center, positioning is flexible, defensive styles is frontline pressure, containment area is wide, and pressing is aggressive. And his defensive style is literally almost same, if not same, as his attacking tactics. Sorry, his defensive tactics is literally same as his attacking tactics. So let's talk about the kind of players you need for this formation. So we will start with the center forward. In this formation, you need a center forward that is very clinical, and I would recommend using a goal poacher. Players like Benzema, Mbappe, iconic Rashford. We have other good center forward like Harry Kane. That just use a good finisher with good speed. So we have Haaland. So make sure you use a goal poacher. But if you don't have a goal poacher, you can use other center forward like force in the box, whole player, or creative playmaker, but make sure they have a decent speed and a good finishing. So in the SS position, one thing about this position is you can't change it to AMF or any other position. So it's going to be is going to be SS. As you all know, SS these days is very hard to find in the game, but we have other players that can play in this SS position like Joao Felix, the Atletico Madrid Joao Felix. Messi can play in this position. There are other players that can play in this position like Johan Cruyff. So, but if you don't have any of these players, you can play your AMF in this position. Players like Ronaldinho can play in this position. Players like De Bruyne can play in this position. Like Bruno Fernandes can play in this SS position. So just make sure that the player you are playing there is very good with dribbling. Dribbling is not a must, but passing. The person must be good with passing and good in tight possession, because that pass you need to give it to your center forward to finish off or to score. So you need any player here to be good with passing. They need to be very, very good with passing. And if they are also good with finishing, is very, very advisable. So passing, good speed, good stamina is highly recommended. So in the left wing, in the left midfield forward and right midfield forward, you need a player that is very fast, a player with at least 90 speed upward or at least 87 speed. So you know this position, you counter from here, so you need a player with good speed. Messi can play in this position, but I will advise you to use players like Sancho in this position, players like Greenwood in this position. So we have a player like Serge Gnabry in this position, like Hakim Ziyech in this position. While in the left midfield forward, you can use players like Leroy Sané, like Mane. We have Ronaldo. Ronaldo can play in this position. We have Ansu Fati. We have Ryan Giggs. You can use all these players in this very position. But keep in mind, you can also convert this position to central midfield. But I won't advise you to do that. Don't convert them to central midfield forward. I would advise you to leave it the way it is, because if you do that, they will literally push in and you won't they won't push attack. They will rather remain in the midfield and you won't enjoy the formation. So the formation came with two central midfielders, but I won't advise you to use two central midfielders. I will advise you to convert one of these central midfielders to a defensive midfielder, because when you are using two central midfielders, both of them tend to be attacking minded. They will go forward a lot, and if they go forward a lot, your backline will be exposed because you are using three defenders. So using one defensive midfielder is advisable. Don't just play two central midfielder. I will advise you to use one defensive midfielder who can sit back to protect or to support defense. So use one central midfielder, one defensive midfielder. So your defensive midfielder can be an orchestrator, a destroyer. Anchorman is your choice, but just make sure that defensive awareness is very, very good. Then your central midfield forward player, just make sure the player is good offensively, is very, very good offensively. Or if they are good offensively and defensively, it's not bad, it's also good. So good passing, retaining of the ball, like tight possession, and decent speed. It mustn't be 80 or it mustn't be 90 speed, but anything 87 or 88 speed for your defensive midfielder and central midfielder with a decent passing, be it lofted and low pass, is highly recommended. So let's talk about the center back. So in the center back position, you can use two destroyer and one build up, or one build up and one you can use two destroyer and one build up, or two build up and one destroyer. So currently I'm using two destroyer. Skriniar is a destroyer and Koulibaly is a destroyer. So two destroyer and Fofana is a build up, is highly recommended. Use one build up or two build up, or two destroyer, or two build up and one destroyer, or one destroyer and two build up, is your choice. But I won't advise you to use an extra front man in this backline, because extra front man, they go forward a lot. So stick to build up and destroyer. So make sure you use a defender that is very, very good defensively. They can defend the ball. They can defend the ball. Their defensive awareness is at least 93 upward. Their ball winning is very, very good. Make sure that ball winning, defensive awareness, and aggression is decent, at least 90 for this three things: ball winning, aggression, and defensive awareness. So it's highly recommended. And make sure you use defender that can win the ball, like by that are very good in the air, like that jumping is at least decent. So that is highly recommended. So in the goalkeeping position, you can use an offensive goalkeeper or a defensive goalkeeper, is your choice. No big deal there. Just make sure they have a good goalkeeping catch, reflexes, and reach is highly recommended. So that is it on how you use this formation. And on the bench, you can put a player of your choice. But what I like doing is I put players that can play in multiple positions on my bench. So the first thing I do, I put one goalkeeper, I put one center back, then I put players that can play in multiple positions. So why I put Alphonso Davies here is because he can play as a left midfield forward. He's very good at that position. That's why I dropped him on the bench. And Ronaldo also can play in this position too. So, and why I drop players like Musiala can play as SS, he can play as a CF, he can play as a right midfield forward, he can play as a left midfield forward, he can play as a central midfield forward. So he's very versatile. That's why I dropped him. So I dropped Kovacic for backup for Foden, just in case he's not match fit. And I drop Ronaldinho, who can play in multiple positions as an SS, as a CF. So that is how I do my bench. I drop players that can play in multiple positions. So guys, that is how you play this formation. Let me let you guys know. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and see you guys in my next video. If there's a player or manager you want me to review, leave it in the comment section and I'll work towards it. See you guys in my next video. Peace out.